I am going to explain one of the brutal action of the British Raj in India during the course of Indian freedom movements. It was Jallianwala Bagh massacre. On 13th April 1919, the British police massacred hundreds of people who gathered in a ground at Amritsar. What were the factors that leading to the Jallianwala Bagh massacre? It was mainly because of the Anti-Rowlatt Act protest launched by the Congress. In the year 1919, the British government, that is the Imperial Legislative Council, passed a bill, that is Rowlatt Bill, and the bill became an act and it was adopted on 21st March 1990. What was the circumstances which compelled the British to pass such a bill? Because during the course of the First World War, the freedom movement was weakened because the Congress actively supported the British. They believed that the British waged this war for the protection of democracy and democratic principles. That's why the Congress decided to support the British. So, freedom movement was weakened. In that critical time, the revolutionary movements were originated and it became a strong movement in the Indian struggle for independence. Some of the youth strongly believed that the attainment of freedom through the violent action. So they, in place of non-violence and peaceful measures, they took the weapon and they decided to fight against the British. So many people attracted this movement and many British officers and people were harassed and killed by the revolutionaries. So the British government decided to control revolutionary movements. For that purpose, the government appointed a committee and it was headed by Justice Rowlatt. That is why this commission was called Rowlatt Commission. And Justice Rowlatt Committee, after a long discussion, finally submitted the report, and according to that report, the British government decided to pass a bill in order to reduce the freedom of the people. And the recommendation suggested the suspension of individual liberties. For that purpose, a special legislation was made. And the entire Indian representatives did not support the bill. They opposed the bill. And with the majority of the British supporters, the bill was passed. And the bill that was came into force on March 21st, 1990. What are the provisions of this bill? According to this bill, the British police or authority could arrest any person without a warrant, means a crime. And the government can detain, means put into bars, any person without a proper trial. And according to this act, if a person possesses a pamphlet which propagates the need and importance of Indian freedom, was also a crime, seditious crime. That means, according to this law, the British could arrest any person those who criticize the government without a warrant and proper trial. They could detain any Indian. This is a bill which curtailed the individual freedom and liberty. So the Congress decided to oppose and start protest against this bill. Gandhiji slowly emerged into a national leader through the anti-Rowlatt bill protest. Gandhiji appealed the people to observe countrywide hartal for a day and observe fasting and prayers. 6th April 1990 was fixed as the Satyagraha Day. The people gladly welcomed the appeal of Gandhiji and they actively participated in the movement. The Hartal and Satyagraha that passed without major atrocities. But some places, that is Delhi, Ahmedabad, Amritsar, some clashes were occurred. On 9th April, the people of Amritsar, they protested against the arrest and deposition of their beloved leaders, Satyapal and Saifuddin Kishore. The demonstration was a peaceful one. They raised slogans against the British and they supported the leaders. They showed their solidarity towards their leaders and the procession was moving on. That was on 9th April. But the British police fired the procession and the mob became violent. They attacked the British, killed 5 Europeans and they damaged many buildings, including 2 banks and the town hall at Amritsar. Then the situation became tense. In that time, General Michael Dyer, who took the control of the city, and he declared martial law in Amritsar. But he deliberately did not read the martial law among the people. And he did not publish this one in the public. So the people are not in a position to know about the martial law. So their protest continued. And they decided to hold a meeting on 13th April 1990. The meeting that was held at a sharp time on 13th April 1990. And the Jallianwala Bagh was a ground, and it has only one exit and entrance. The police force reached the entrance and started firing. They fired more than 1,600 rounds. The meeting was attended by small children, women, and age-old persons. They could not escape from the grounds because there was only one entrance and exit. So, according to official reports and records, about 500 to 1,000 people died. General Dyer announced his purpose in such a way that he wanted to strike terror into the whole Punjab. That is why he fired the innocent people who gathered in a crowd. After that, he declared martial law there and cut the electricity supply and water supply in the city and created more problems to the people. The entire nation shocked this massacre and incident. As a protest against this incident, Rabindranath Tagore returned his knighthood, which was awarded by the British authority. This is the shocking incident that was happened in the year 1919. This is known as Jallianwala Bagh massacre or tragedy.